Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm Gamesplaining Sierra West. So if you've watched my Gamesplanation, you'll have an idea of how Sierra West runs. I've set the game up as a two-player game. Things that are different, the design of this, so where the Apple cards go, are slightly different on the 3 or 4 player game than the 2-player game. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward and the same for each level. So the mule or donkey or whatever you want to call him starts with the first player, which in this case is red. So first thing red does is deal himself 3 cards. You can do this step while other players are having their turn if you wished. It's not really worthwhile going after this because it's going to cost him a resource and he's going to have to get a resource before it can cost him one, which means that one's not going to be able to be used, but getting that gold is probably a worthwhile thing to do. But in order for this to actually have any action, he's going to have that on this side. He doesn't necessarily need the middle because he's already got the mule, but it may be a waste to go after it. So look, what he might do is he'll just allow the mule piece to be there. It feels like a bit of a waste with that card right on the first turn. Just be aware of that. So he'll go with that as his setup. So what that now allows him to do, he'll move 1 to here, which gets him 2 wood. He move 1 to here, he can now dig. What he would like is this one. What this tile does is it doesn't cost him any resource to go up against the bear, but he'll get one of those tokens of 2 boots that will help him out later in the game. And that costs him one of his resources to actually do the action. This one now gets discarded and the others all get pushed along and new ones come out. That happens straight away. He'll now go to that and get 2 more wood. Having a look at this, he needs to have 2 wood and a leg to get that one. He needs a wood, leg and a stone to get that. He needs 2 wood and a stone to get that one. He thinks it's going to be easiest to take that one, which is the leg. It'll cost him 1 resource of wood. So he'll put that back. There's no point in stopping there because he already has the mule. He will stop there and we'll move up the mountain 1 level. And I don't think he's going to do anything else on this turn. So he'll move straight to the end. That now allows him to use these 3 resources to move up on the railway line. That allows this player to get a wood and it goes over to his turn. So those 3 come away and go to the side. This player deals himself 3. Because this player didn't have the wood when that player started his pioneering step, which is moving along here, he doesn't get to use the wood to be able to claim what was on the faces of those cards. So it'd be worth his while to get the mule, not really go up against the bear. So he might play that one in the center. Okay, so the first thing this player will do is grab the 2 wood. So he's now got 3 wood. That player doesn't have any resource to be able to grab one of the animals, so he won't be able to do that yet. Okay, this guy will stop here for a movement up. You can stand on the same card, it doesn't really matter. But once you're on the card, you're always heading up to one of the 2 above it. This player is going onto the leg, so he'll spend a wood to get a leg. I keep calling them chicken leg. I think it's supposed to be a rabbit leg in the game, but if I say chicken leg, I do apologize. I'm not going to worry too much about the spade at the moment. I'll go there for 2 concrete. I'll go there to grab the mule. I'll go there to move up 1 more card. And I'm not going to worry about either of the N2 ones. What that now allows me to do is I think I'll take that one, which is 1 of each. So those 3 resources go back to push up 1 of these tracks. I think just for the moment I might start the first track, which means this guy is going to claim the leg of chicken as food. Okay, they now get discarded and we go back over to the other player's turn. The 3 cards that this player has are these 3. Now, it's probably worthwhile putting this one down because he has that card, so he can actually go after the bear and we'll get a couple of boots for doing so. So he'll go that one on number 1. He's going to put this guy down here, which allows this guy to move along there. None of them have been turned over. Then notice there's -3 points, by the way, at the end of the game if these aren't turned over and if these aren't covered. He goes to the bear, he has to stop there, but because he's on this hut, it doesn't cost him anything, and he gains those 2 boots. So we'll just put that down there for later. He'll go there to gain the 2 concrete. He'll move this guy up to do this run now. So he's got 1 boot. We'll move him to there. He has the choice of getting a gold and spending one of the resources, but he's not going to be able to pick up another one of those resources. What he's got at the moment is this one. So he's not going to stop there. He'll go there, which is 2 boots. So they'll push him up to this track. There to push him 1 higher. And he thinks he might take that one for the moment. Now he has a quandary. If he stops here, he'll spend 2 of his resources to be able to claim that card, but he won't be able to move up on that track. He thinks that's too expensive at the moment, so he's not going to stop on that spot with either of these guys, but he will claim that, which pushes him up 1 there. The other player will use that to gain him another concrete, so that's spent. The other player, before he had the concrete, had these 2. So what he can do is he could go there, spend 1 of his concrete to enable him to turn over the bear or the fox. And he thinks at the moment it's probably worth actually turning the bear over so he can get some gold. Okay, this player has now finished his turn. So these guys come down. We remove those 3 cards. And back over to the other player who has these 3 cards. You can see how there's a lot of time being used to think, oh, what do I want to do? So he's going to have a double boot in the middle. It's just a matter of which pattern he wishes to use. And he thinks he'll do that. So the other player doesn't have any resources to be able to get the rabbit flipped over. So he won't worry about doing that. This guy will come along, grab 2 of the drumsticks. He'll move up the mountain 1. He's not going to worry about the concrete. He'll move up another 2. 1, 2. He will now move this one to here to dig that up. It'll cost him 1 resource. That sends him back to the bottom of the mountain. He now has that as a resource. He's going to put that on the top of this pile of cards. This guy moves here, getting him 2 more of the legs, chicken legs. He'll move there, giving him 1 more boot. He thinks it's probably worth using a boot to move him along there. That costs him 1 resource, so we'll throw that back. He's not going to worry about these 2 spots. And then he can claim that, which pushes the blue one up on the food track, which is there for 2 of them and a wood. That allows him to gain 1 chicken leg, and that is all for the moment. So they become discarded, and we jump to the other player. The other player showing 3 cards. He's going to throw this one in the middle, these 2 on the outsides. This guy is going to spend that leg to flip over the fox. This guy will go there for 2 of the concrete. He'll keep moving through to there, and which he'll trade in that for a wood. He'll move to there, which pushes the red and the green apples forward 2 each. We'll go there and spend that resource to do the dig. That sends him back to the bottom. So this was flipped over before, so it should have been flipped down. That one flips over. That one flips over. This one now comes down, and that one flips over. So whenever there's nothing above the card, it's when it flips over. He'll go there, which gets him 2 more of the chicken legs. He'll go there, which pushes him back onto the mountain. And I'm not going to use either of the end ones, so they'll both move along. What that now enables me to do is I can do this to spend 3, 1, 2, 3 for 1 gold. If there was more apples there, I could get more gold out of that. And he'll use that one for 2 chicken legs and a wood to move him up on the food track. Let's move him to there, which allows this guy to gain a leg. That's his turn over. Now that they have come out, he doesn't have any cards that he's going to be able to re-deal, so we shuffle up the pile that he has and he will start again. I think that's as good a spot as any for us to stop. I think I've given you an idea of everything that needs to happen on the game. The only thing I didn't really use was the mule. If this guy had the mule with 1 gold, he could turn that into any of the other resources at any point that he wished to. So I'll leave that there. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplayed, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.